Hey guys, All Sports 83 sporting another video at you, and today we're doing a video that I haven't done in a long time. I actually haven't done a lot of videos in a long time. It's been about 6 months since I've done a video. A lot of things have been going on in my life, but we're actually tracking in the season of the GoFast eRacing series, and we're doing a double header video in this video. So we're doing race number 22, which took place at Pocono. And just a four-car field in this race. We had some guys have some issues and not be able to make the race, but as you can see here, it was Rowdy Fan 18 who was able to get the pole for the Pocono race. But on lap number 1, I was able to make my way on around him. He had overshot turn number 1, and honestly, while we pick up a couple laps here just to get going, I want to kind of reintroduce this series. So essentially what's going to happen is I'm going to be updating and reviewing each race in the GoFast eRacing series, mainly through my perspective, but also as a full race update. So we're going to know who won stages 1 and 2. We're going to try to highlight the most important parts of each race as we come out with these series of videos highlighting the GoFast eRacing series. So hope you guys enjoy that. We're going to try to skip through some of the parts that wasn't so entertaining and just kind of show you the highlights as we move on. We've done this a few times in the past, but I haven't been super consistent with that. Hopefully we can do a more consistent video base so you can keep up with what's going on in this series week in and week out. So hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll go ahead and fast forward to the next part of this race here at Pocono. Things were pretty uneventful after I was able to take the lead on that start through turn number 1. And so here we go, coming off of turn number 3, and I was able to hold off Rowdy Fan 18 in the 18 car to win stage number 1, and followed in third place by newcomer Ryan N. Sam and also newcomer number 3 car Hollywood Don. These are two new guys that were starting in the league, and here we are for the restart of stage number 2. I was thinking to myself, I didn't want to make the same mistake that the 18 car did getting down into turn 1. I didn't want to shoot up the track and let him get underneath me, so I tried to take it very safe into the corner. It does pay off for me here as I was able to get a good launch off of turn 1 and try to maintain that lead. But I will tell you that the 18 car stayed pretty close to my rear for the good portion of this stage. He was able to draw right up to me, use the draft, and kind of hounded me throughout the major portions of stage number 2. The stage win was certainly in doubt for the most part in this stage. However, I will say that at one point, as we were coming through turn number 3, the 18 car gets a little bit too much of the apron and spins the car out, and a 1-car spin does not bring a caution in the GoFast eRacing series, and so that allowed me to get a huge lead over the 4 car, and as long as I didn't make any major mistakes, which I didn't, I was able to take stage number 2. Ryan N. Sam gets a second with Rowdy Fan in third. And here is the start of stage number 3, and you'll see here as we go into turn number 1, there is a massive race for second place. Here comes that 18 car trying to get back in position to race for the win. But the 4 car gets a little contact with him coming out of turn number 1, and he loses that second place position. But it allows me to kind of get ahead and try to set the pace until I hit the wall, and the 18 car, who had moved his way back into second, was able to turn things around and get around me and capitalize on my own mistakes there. But as we go later on in the next turn and throughout the straightaway here, I'm going to use the draft there. I've got a really good bit of momentum, and I didn't want to follow him down in there. I just wanted to keep my momentum going down the front stretch here. And as we entered turn 1, I had made it to his outside and really drove it in pretty deep, and I used a little bit of brake and was able to get the car to stick on that high side and then use the momentum to launch off of turn 1, and was able to retake that first place position. And here we are, the 18 car back on my bumper again. He was always right there looking to capitalize, and we're getting down toward the later stages of the race. He gets a good run coming down the backstretch and has position on me as we move down into the tunnel turn, and I really don't have much of a choice but to kind of let off so I don't hit the wall, and it gives Rowdy Fan 18 the lead with just 2 laps to go. He's coming to the white flag at this point in the race. So now here we are coming to the white flag. He gets a little loose coming off of turn 3, which allows me a little bit of momentum. I catch into his draft, and now it's about trying to set things up in turn 1. This is the last lap, so really I'm trying to do anything I can to find a good position. He gets in a little too hard. It makes him tight. He has to lift just a little bit, so it gives me some momentum. And now I'm just underneath him as we get on the backstretch, and really I have him in the same position that he had me in the lap before. So as we go down and enter into the tunnel turn, I have the preferred lane, and it allows me to lunge forward ahead of the 18 car. And now we're going into the final turn, and I'm thinking about just not over driving this corner. So you can see here I lift quite a bit. It draws the 18 up to my rear bumper, but then I'm able to really get on the throttle hard. I really just wanted to make sure that if we were side by side, I had all this momentum, and I was able to hold off the 18 car to get my second win of the 2021 season. Rowdy Fan 18 in second, Ryan Insam in third, and Hollywood Don in fourth place. Now we're going to move on to the next race of our doubleheader. We raced both of these races in the same night, and the next track was at the Watkins Glen Raceway, International Raceway, and I was able to score the pole for this race, and this race was very interesting. Obviously these road courses are a lot of fun, and so there was certainly some action that took place in this race as well. As I worked my way up through the S's, as you can see here, as we switch it into the map cam, there was a humongous wreck that took place between the 4 car and the 18 car, and that would bring out our first caution, not only of the race, but a first caution of the night. And so we get ready for the restart here. We're bunched up going out into turn number 1, and always a treacherous turn here at Watkins Glen. You got everybody bunched up, and you're not really sure what's going to happen. I was able to get through there without any real incident, just trying to weed my way through the S's here and try to create some distance on the rest of the field. The 18 car of Rowdy Fan 18 was around me there, but we were able to a leg out over the course of those 3 laps or so, and I was able to win stage number 1, followed closely by Rowdy Fan 18, and then Ryan Insam and Hollywood Don 1, rounding out the top 4 there. Again, another short field, just 4 guys. Here, Hollywood Don actually did not pit, was trying to work on some adjustments and did not commit to pit road in time. So now we have a guy with old tires leading the whole field down into treacherous turn number 1. And as you can see here, he gets a little bit loose over the rumble strips, makes contact with Rowdy Fan 18. Now, the 18 car was able to keep most of his momentum, so it did not bring out a caution, and so we were able to spread out just a little bit and try to work our way through the S's and try to find some momentum. Here's a scary moment for me as I'm in the lead, as the 3 car tries to get back on the track. He runs into me just a little bit. I was able to hang on to it, but it was certainly a scary moment nonetheless. But I was able to hold on for stage number 2 and get back-to-back stage wins for the road course here at Watkins Glen. Rowdy Fan 18 gets the second place, Ryan Insam in third, and Hollywood in fourth. Now Hollywood would not be able to finish the race, and so now it was down to a 3-car field for the final 10 laps of the race. And it was in this section of the race where Rowdy Fan 18 really started to show a little bit more muscle. He was pretty much all around me for the major part of the early part of this stage, and was very, very fast, and started to work me over pretty good there. I started to get a little concerned. Anytime you're at a road course or really any track and you have a guy that's pretty much right on your bumper, it can be more difficult to focus. So he was certainly keeping me very, very honest as we went throughout the early parts of the final stage of the race. So as we come to 7 laps to go here, it's all about trying to find that rhythm, and the 18 cars hounding me paid off. I made a little mistake getting into one. I actually slowed up too much, made the car loose, and Rowdy Fan 18 was able to work his way around me, take advantage of that mistake, that slip up getting into turn number 1, and then it was now his opportunity to try to stretch out a lead and maybe pull away and get the victory here at Watkins Glen. So now it was my opportunity, in the same token, to maybe hound him a little bit and try to make him nervous and force him to make a little bit of a mistake. I didn't make a mistake in front of me so much as we're going into the final couple of corners here, and he really just kind of gave me the lead. I wonder if he was just not happy with my position on his outside there, but I was able to take advantage of that and retake the lead a lap after he took the lead from me. Now we're moving to the final portion of the race, coming off of the final turn, and the 18 car has a spin out coming off of the final corner with just 2 laps to go. And so now, with a humongous lead, I was able to hold off and just run some pretty solid laps and get my 3rd victory in a row in the GoFast eRacing series. As we take a look at the point standings, for the first time this season, I was able to move into the points lead. Now, a little caveat to that is Mike G 2338, Color 7, Bobby Love 23, and KU B-Ball Fan. Those 4 guys who are our current playoff contenders, for one reason or another, all 4 of those guys have missed quite a few races over the past month leading up to this night for this doubleheader, and so it's because of their absence that I was able to take advantage just through sheer consistency to take the points lead. However, the 3 wins that I have this season all are encumbered up to this point in the season, meaning that I won those races during events that had limited attendance, namely Mike G, Color 7, and Bobby Love. And so because of that, those victories are encumbered. So I'm going to have to win a race with attendance that is attributable to the playoffs in order for that victory to count. So right now, positions 2 through 5 in the point standings are your current playoff contenders, but there's still time for things to change. We have 3 races left in the regular season, and we'll see how that works as we move on. Next race is going to be the Dover International Raceway, so stay tuned for a video to pop up highlighting the 24th race of the regular season. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good one.